And there was this, I wanted to go to Japan and perform. So I went to audition for this Tahitian group. And guess who was there? I came walking in the door and he saw me and there was all these whiteys all over him, you know, like, and as soon as he saw me, he pushed them all away. He goes, oh, this is Korean Wailama. And they was like, oh yeah, who's this lady? And my husband, he told me at that time he fell in love with me and he knew that he wanted to be with me the rest of my life. My husband is such an incredible person, and you can see. He's touched so many hearts. The program that I have will let you know it's his journey to his lifetime. When we first started, when we first moved up here, right before, in fact, we first moved here, I don't know if you guys know, he died on a racquetball court. A lot of people up here don't realize what his thing with racquetball was, but that was his first love. Not music, and he was a great volleyball player. I mean, he was short. You wouldn't think this guy can jump, but he had one picture, showing me one picture that he was over the net. And I was like, oh my God. And he had the most valuable player of the year for his club, volleyball. And on. One thing with Miles, when he starts things, he's extreme. He's not going to quit until he makes a name for himself. So getting back to the program, this program, I had to figure out. You know, people was telling me, why don't you make a collage? Why don't you, show films of him? And I thought about that. I was going to do that, but I thought, Miles, he's always done things different. You look at pictures, you wonder, when was this taken? Who are these guys and stuff like that? You look at any picture, you don't know who these guys, but my intention with this program is to let you guys know the journey of his life when he started to the end. These people that are going to speak of him is his journey through his life, so that you guys understand his Miles' life. There's a lot of you that gonna now understand my husband. So it's my daughter, Kapune Hale, my firstborn.
When I think of my dad, I think aloha. That's what he was. For anyone who had come into contact with him knows and felt this aloha from him. From the first time we met, he was always giving and loving, no matter who you were. It just came so natural to him. And even those who resisted him at first always gave in. You could be the roughest, toughest guy out there, but he would make you into the biggest teddy bear and lovable guy when you're around him. And he was the kind of guy that stopped at every single person at a party and gave his aloha. It didn't matter if he saw you yesterday, the aloha was still the same as if he had not seen you for years before. It was always sincere because my dad was always into quality and not quantity. He always valued what he had and never worried about what he didn't. And I know that he spent quality time with everyone here. I know he gave a piece of his heart to everyone, but he, in his own way, took a piece of each and every one of you. There were so many layers to him. I mean, he was a husband, a father, a best friend to many, a brother, and an uncle. But what a lot of people didn't know was that he was a fighter. Everybody always saw him as a happy-go-lucky guy, but in 3 seconds, if you pissed him off, he could break your leg. I mean, he wasn't just a physical fighter, he was a mental fighter. Anything he set his mind to, he did and accomplished. And if my dad, wasn't good at something, he practiced and practiced and practiced until he perfected it. And for that, I'm sincerely grateful, because that's how I've become a fighter too. I want to be like my dad in every way. I want to be able to forgive as easily as he did. I want to be able to fight for life as passionate as he did, and love as big as he did. You all are a reflection of his aloha, and I want to thank you all for your mana towards him. It's hard to remember every single word my father has ever said, because it was my dad. You always take them for granted. And it was hard for me to pick a single quote that defines our relationship, because our relationship was unique. But I know that every single word he told me was wise. And every speech he gave me was full of knowledge. And I know that he instilled so much knowledge and love in me that it's just automatic. Respect is automatic. Love is automatic. I am proud of the father I have, because you all know how special he is, and I am honored to have shared him with all of you. Mahalo.
I get to be the boss this time. Battle of the mic. Battle of the mics. We all have our own interpretations, even though we grew up together. Aloha, my name is Aurora Joan Kaawa. I am the eldest of the children of Isaac Kaloli Kaawa and Sylvia Aurora Sanchez. Next is
Mike. I got the junkiest name. You're Hawaiian, yeah? Mike Losara Miguela Kaawa.
I never even have a one. It's my last name. Okay. Next.
And my name is Maka. Very easy and very simple. But when I left the island in '73, I tell you what, I didn't know my name was Mark Daniels. So I had to learn how to spell Mark Daniels. It was very hard, but I got through it. American D-I-N-D-L-E-S. Okay, now I got it. Went to the mainland '73, and now I'm back again. Next in line.
Wait, tell him your full name. Mark Daniels.
Mark Daniels, Kaloli Kaawa. Very short, simple, classic.
And I'm the second to the youngest. My name, everybody knows me as